Hey everybody, it's Raphael, co-founder of Dartfrog 3D. We do 3D virtual tours and 360 media. Today I want to look at something really interesting that's come on the virtual tour scene, Ricoh Tours. As far as I know, this is the only complete 360 virtual tour solution, all within the Ricoh ecosystem, that also remains somewhat open. Now, when you hear Ricoh, the first thing that comes to mind if you're in the 360 or virtual tour space are the 360 cameras. The Ricoh Theta V, released in 2017, changed the game and was actually the first camera I bought to shoot Google virtual tours, and the people that saw my work loved it and had never seen anything like it. It was the best affordable prosumer 360 camera until Ricoh unleashed the Theta Z1 last March. Changing the game again, the Z1 came in with improvements on every single front with a large 1-inch sensor, which is great for the dark and shooting indoors, and has a multi-level aperture function that lets users switch the F number and supports raw file format. In short, the potential quality for your images is ridiculous, even if you don't even know what all that stuff is, and can be absolutely nuts if you're an experienced photographer. Despite all these improvements, Ricoh still managed to keep the Z1 lightweight, quick, and easy to use. So previously, you would get a Ricoh and then look online for virtual tour solutions like Panoskin, Pano2 VR, mostly desktop applications, because those made the best output if you had an idea of what you were doing from a coding and development standpoint. But what's interesting now, though, is that Zillow, Matterport, and Ricoh themselves all have their own all-in-one solutions that you really just need your phone and a 360 camera for. So Zillow's 3D Home is just easy 360 tours, and Matterport's Cortex plus Ricoh Z1 combo is honestly pretty impressive when it comes to the end project. To the untrained eye, or honestly even a trained one, there's not really a huge difference between the quality of this model made with an under $1,000 Z1 and a Matterport Pro 2 scanner that I've seen go for between $3,000 and $4,000. And I mean, you can even measure distances with the Z1 model, which is pretty impressive considering the equipment. This is part of the reason why people who bought the big Matterport systems aren't happy, because the price difference is pretty ridiculous for virtually the same thing. Bottom line, the Z1 and Matterport Cortex combo is a lot easier on your arms and on your wallet. One drawback is a question of who owns the data, which is one of my reserves about Matterport, but if that's not a huge concern, you just want to make the models, it's definitely something to consider. Now, with Zillow and Matterport, you're dealing with two different ecosystems, and if something goes wrong, you have two companies that you potentially need to go to, which is partly why Ricoh made Ricoh Tours. So all of your support can be handled by one party, and now I'm going to show you a demo that I did of Ricoh Tours using the Ricoh Theta V. The first section of the directions is the Theta Setup. So the first thing you're going to want to do is charge the camera. After it's all charged and everything, go ahead and set up the Theta stand how I explained earlier, a few clicks here and there on the bottom, and then you can screw the camera directly onto the tripod, or you can just do what I do and take off the quick release plate, screw it on real quick directly to the camera, and snap it on. So at this point, you can download the Ricoh Tours app, launch it, sign up, sign in, and then just click Create Tour. Then you enter the property's info. We're using my apartment, but I'm going to make the address 2020 Yeat Street. Now at this point, it's going to give you a couple of options. You can add pictures from the tour from your Theta camera, phone camera, or your photo gallery. For this demo, we're just going to do it live, but for the record, if I had 360 photos or someone sends me 360 photos, I could just upload them to my gallery and then transfer them here to build a tour. So that could be good for if someone's shooting in another city or a town. So now we're going to connect the Theta V, and if you haven't already connected it, it will prompt you to do so within the app, and then it will tell you step by step how to do it. This ain't my first rodeo, so I didn't really read the directions, but even if you're new to it, it doesn't take very long at all. So you're going to turn on your screen, you're going to turn on your camera, the Ricoh camera, go to your Wi-Fi settings, wait for a weird connection to show up that says, that has a weird thing followed by a number starting with 00. Easily enough, those digits are the password that you need to access the network. If for some reason that there is another Theta connection near you, just look at the bottom of your camera and match those numbers with the possible connections, and that's the one for your camera. Now, for our first shot, something really nice is that it's a smooth and minimalist interface, just a battery meter and a timer, and that's really all you need for now. I'm going to take one here in the living room, and then the kitchen, and the bathroom. I'm not going to go in the bedrooms because my room is a mess and the other is my roommate's, but you get the point. So after you have all your pictures, you can select one, tap the pencil to edit, and then start to connect your photos. So for example, I want to go from the living room to my kitchen. I'll just tap and hold where I want the button to be, select the kitchen photo, and back out. Now the pathways don't connect automatically, so after that, go to the picture that you connected and make a pathway back to it if that's the setup that you're going for. I'm going to do the same for the bathroom to the living room, and boom, the initial shooting is done. Now, if you want to add a floor plan to the tour, you're going to have to make one on your own. Now, there are many services that can make professional looking ones like Kubicasa, or you can have a pro draw one up for you. As long as you can get it on your phone, use whatever you want. But for the purpose of this video, I just drew some boxes on Snapchat. So similar to adding labels within the panoramas, adding to the floor plan is pretty easy. Just tap the pencil, tap where you want the label to be, select the correct picture, bada bing, bada boom, you got yourselves the rooms. Then you can add a description of the property, stuff about the neighborhood, square feet, whatever you want to communicate. And this next tab here, Analytics, doesn't have anything in it because nothing has been publicized yet. Something that's really cool that's been going on during the entire time we've been building the tour is that it's been syncing the new information as we go. To see what's up, just tap the three dots and you can share it via whatever apps you have enabled on your phone, or you can use direct links that are branded with your own stuff, or there's also an Mls Compliant Link ready to go. So let's go look at the Mls Compliant Link. Once it's copied to your clipboard, paste it in your browser, and this is the web page that you get. Just has the address and the description. Now, if we go to the regular link, we have a more personalized product. It's got the address, description, and Google Maps location if 2020 Yeet Street was real, and you can add your own picture to cover the stand at the bottom, and your business card is at the bottom of the web page. we're going to head back to the app, and I'll show you how to add your own logo and edit your business card. So at the home screen, just go to the card tab at the bottom, click edit, fill in your info. I used a picture from my first day of school freshman year. You put what you think is appropriate, and then just throw in the rest of the information, and your digital business card is ready to go, and it makes it easy for people to contact you right from the listings page. For the logo, you just go into the settings tab, tripod cover, and pick your logo that's in your phone gallery or whatever you want to put there. And so now that I've looked at the page a few times, there are now some analytics that have been tracked. It's pretty basic, but it's still very helpful to have, and we really haven't had to leave the app except to connect the camera and view the web page. Last thing in the app, you can go to your settings, and it tells you in big letters when your renewal date is, which I think is just a very nice touch. I want to mention one more thing before I wrap up. You can also get the Theta Plus app if you want to do additional editing on your photos, like if you have low light or something like that, or if you want to make additional content or something out of the 360 photos. So a quick overview. When you shoot in the Ricoh Tours app, the photos get saved to your device in your gallery. So when you open the Theta Plus app, you just click on your gallery, click edit a still image, and then go for it. You can add filters, effects, animate the still to be a video to show off the full panel in 2D fashion. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do. Probably look at my personal Instagram or the Dartfrog Instagram, and we've done some stuff there. Now, even though Ricoh Tours and the Z1 are in one ecosystem, the system isn't closed by any means. There's a large community of developers leveraging an open SDK to create plugins for anything that you need on theta360.guide. I'll link that in the description. I looked the other day, and one guy is actually testing functions to control a Theta from your Amazon Echo with Alexa, which is pretty cool just to see if it can be done. Ricoh Tours, the industry's only complete and affordable 360 virtual tour solution under one global brand, introduces the Ricoh Theta Z1, the latest and most advanced 360 camera yet. With a 23 megapixel resolution, the Ricoh Theta Z1 makes virtual tours even more realistic than ever before. If what you want is the best still photography 360 camera on the market, the Ricoh Theta Z1 is easily it. And if that's the specific thing that you're looking for, then Ricoh's definitely packed a lot of cutting edge tech in a really small package with the Z1 offering. So I would say the Z1 is a great option also for people who want increased image quality and more control over your content, so that you can be sure that you have control over your clients getting the best virtual tour experience possible. And combining that with Ricoh Tours provides you a marketing edge by leveraging the power of the Ricoh Theta and the Ricoh Tours software platform. With the camera, mobile app, and web app all developed by Ricoh. If there are any questions arise, like I said earlier, there's only one place that a person needs to go for support, and that just simplifies the user experience. That's about all I have on that. If you want to check out the models that I showed today, or you want to check out the Ricoh Tours, I'll have links in the description to those. Also, if you guys want to try Ricoh Tours for the low, I do have some discount codes on subscriptions, bundles, and the Z1. If you guys are interested in any of those codes, just go ahead and message me on any of the social medias, shoot me an email, whatever. And as always, if you have any questions, just comment below or ask me privately. I'm always happy to help in any way I can. And if you're watching the video and you've already used Ricoh Tours, I'd love for you to comment on what you like, what you don't like, what features you might want to see, stuff like that. Thank you so much for spending time on this channel. I really appreciate you all. I'm Raphael, and I'll see you next time.